All right, the Bible, week 1. I'm going to start out with this. We were all given one mind, one body, and one soul. The mind is the battleground. The body is the playground. And the soul, it's that thing. It's that on the outside that ties you to everything, to the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the vibes of music and the ones we love. The soul. And this is what we're doing 24/7. We are juggling the mind, the body, and the soul all the time, 24/7. Okay? Sometimes the body gets crushed. Sometimes the mind is under so much pressure that it just can't. You get it. But that soul, we get that soul right, and it'll carry you through. So let's get our souls right. Let's, as Christians, if you're a Christian, you're reading the Bible. If you're not reading the Bible, you're probably a wayward Catholic. I'm just saying. The yearly Bible it starts out, we'll do Old Testament and then New Testament. Psalms is more of just like if you need a prayer, if you want a song to sing, Psalms. So that's just up to you. But Proverbs is all about wisdom and discipline. So I'm going to give you a Proverbs of the week. We'll do that at the end. Anyways. So God creates everything. Boom. Kind of sounds like a big bang, but whatever. 7 days, 7 million years, 700 million years. Our comprehension of time and God's comprehension of time are two totally different things. Time is linear to us. But he makes everything, birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees, right? He makes it all, it's perfect and it's harmonious, okay? It's perfect and it's harmonious. Nothing that grew from the earth was an accident, okay? Take advantage of all seed-bearing fruits. These are phrases that I'm kind of reading to you. Take advantage of all seed-bearing fruit. Keep that in mind. All right? It does say that specifically. Adam, our first human being, was an afterthought. He came in after the whole thing was built and created because God wanted him to take care of the Garden of Eden and make a friend. So he creates AI, artificial intelligence. It says that God creates man in his own image. Moses read the Bible, or Moses wrote the first 3 books of the Bible based off of meditation. I personally think that we created God in our image because we're sort of vain. I mean, God's probably way more massive than what we could ever possibly fathom. So anyways, that's just my opinion on that one. You can call me. I love talking about the Bible. If I'm home, I'll wrap it up with you. Also, if you're feeling kind. I'm not a pastor, I'm not a church, I'm not nothing. I read the Bible for you, and I'm reading it again, and I'm just going to bullet point the Bible for you. I encourage you to read it for yourself, to listen to your own message. Don't let anybody tell you what God's trying to tell you. You listen to what God's trying to tell you. All right. So anyways, man was made. Was he a baby when he was born? Was he a full-grown adult when he came out? We don't know. He could have been born a baby. He could have been created as a baby, and then the cows fed him or the animals fed him and took care of him until he was a teenager. It does say in the Bible very specifically that man is no good alone. And I've got a theory on this one. Either it was crushing depression from always being alone, which is the thing, or, how do I put it? He might have been playing with his pee-pee a little too much. I mean, let's be real. He's running around watching all the animals do it. And so he's probably tugging on this thing, and God's looking at him like, dude, Adam, stop. You're going to pull that thing off. It says man is no good alone. Women, you can agree. That's probably true. So he creates a woman, and that's awesome. So now we have a woman. So now we got 2 butt-naked freaks running around the garden, probably to dawn, like a lot of love making going on, listening to, it just sounds, it's so harmonious and wonderful and awesome. And then we have to break the one rule, only one rule, don't eat the apple. And what do? We eat the apple, of course. Did man eat it first and then blame it on the women? I don't know. That happens. Did woman eat it first and blame it on the snake? Accountability is not human. It's not our strong suit. Like, we don't want to be accountable to the things that we do wrong when we break rules, but we break rules. I'm a joke. I think the woman ate the most of the apple because, let's be real, man, women are way smarter and way more intuitive. So it doesn't matter who ate it first. I think they ate the most of it. And we get kicked out because we break the one rule. So now we have to work for a living. Pregnancy sucks. And the next step, basically, there's 4 people talked about in the Bible, and one of them kills the other. So we're horrible. And we're not harmonious. We're the problem. Thousands of years goes by, and we're still killing each other. We're still hurting each other. And now God has to flood the whole thing out because the experiment is going bad, real bad. All right. So one man gets to survive a flood, and his name is Noah. Everybody's probably heard about him. Hey, faith. He had the faith to believe that God's like, build a boat. I'm going to need some place to put the animals. So Noah builds the boat. Him and his family get to survive the flood. Everybody else without faith, gone. So now Noah and his family are ancient Mesopotamia. Okay? And another couple thousand years goes by, and men get all together, and they start forgetting God, and they start thinking they're better than God. So then God has to separate the continents and separate the people and change all the languages. All right? So this is basically within the first 4 days of reading the Bible, yearly Bible, man is pooping the bed all over the place. We're ruining things. And only the ones with faith get to run through unscathed. So now, after Noah and Adam and all that stuff happens, now we're going to meet Abraham. Abraham's awesome. I mean, you should check out this week. He has a smoking hot wife, and you should see what happens when somebody messes with Abraham's wife. It's like, it's pretty cool. Like, we wish we all had a wingman like God to make sure that nobody messes with our wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be awesome. But nope. So that's the Old Testament. Pretty basic, easy readings, especially if you do it by the day. The New Testament, we start right away with Jesus. It goes lineage of Jesus. Jesus is born. He's perfect, born of a virgin. You're just going to have to take you're going to have to take the Bible's word for it, okay? He's perfect. He comes out, he's half God, and he's half human, and he's awesome. And the king hears about him, and the king obviously has to kill him right away. So he orders all the babies to be killed. So the first thing Jesus has to do is run and hide. Kings don't like to give up power. Nobody likes to give up power. Once you get it, you want to keep it. So if we have to kill a few babies along the way to keep that power, so be it. Get your mind right, guys. That's what I'm trying to do here. Read your Bible. Jesus comes in as, and then he grows up and he becomes a man. And this is where he starts his message. It's super fresh and super early in the New Testament. So his thing, like, your mind. Get your mind right. Like, if you're thinking about adultery, you're thinking about lust, you're thinking about killing somebody, you're thinking, if as a man thinketh, they do. So he comes into the game and he's really trying to help everybody get their mind right. He's doing parables. It's super fresh, though. We're going to get more into Jesus later. Let's just say he comes into the game perfect, and he's trying to help everybody. He's trying to spread the message of love. So that's where that's at. We're smoking through this thing. We're not going to even take 12 minutes on this one, so that's good. Let's see if I got everything. Boom. Power is addictive. Yes, it is. Everything's addictive. Get your mind right. So, hey, let me give you your Proverbs of the week. This is a good one. I want to do a Proverbs of the week. This goes Proverbs 1:24 through 27. And it says, "But since you refuse to listen when I, wisdom, call, and no one pays attention when I stretch out my hand, wisdom, since you disregard all my advice and do not accept my rebuke, I will in turn I, in turn, will laugh when disaster strikes you. I will mock when calamity overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelm you. If God's trying to help you, if he's sending you a messenger, if he's sending you wisdom, and you constantly refuse to listen to this wisdom, when you get chewed up, when you get ate up, when you fall in your own pit, when you fall on your own sword, when bad things happen to you because you're not listening, he literally says here, I will mock when calamity overtakes you. That's what you get for not listening. Ha ha ha. Anyways, I want to leave every single message with a little bit of hope, and this is what I did. Corinthians 1:13 is love. Jesus is love. God is love. Love is accountability. Accountability is love. So what is love? I wrote a poem, and I want to end it with this poem. I will not delight in evil. That's not love. I will not boast. That's not love. I will not be proud. That's not love. I will not be envious. I will not dishonor others. Talking shit about others. I will not be self-seeking. I will not be easily angered. I do get angry, but it's not easy. I will not keep record of wrongdoing. I will not lose hope. I will not fail. I will be kind. I will be patient. I will rejoice in truth. I will protect. I will trust. I will persevere. Because that's what love is. Have a great week. Read your Bible.